Wow. Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Harrison. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Today's video is going to be all about patina and what patina is, what patina looks like on shoes, um, and yeah, I mean, I'm just going to talk about patina for a little while. So, for those of you who don't know, the word patina comes from the Italian word patina, which basically means like a little shallow layer of like goo on metal. And as like copper ages, it develops a really beautiful patina. For example, maybe it's probably copper, but like that like green residue gunky stuff that goes on copper is patina. Now I have absolutely no proof to back this up, but somehow I know that I'm right. I believe that a while ago, when people were wearing their leather shoes and then they started to be able to like really beat the crap out of their leather shoes, a patina would start to develop, like on this pair, which I'll talk about in a bit. But what I think is happening with the word patina, which is really interesting, is that people are using the word patina to describe any sort of wear or like gunk, and using the word patina to make it a little bit artsy. So like I'm a really sweaty person. So when I'm wearing a white shirt and the back of my collar starts to get all brown, I'm like, "Oh, it's patina. It's fine. It's patina. It's beautiful." And people are like, "Okay. Yeah, that makes sense." So, um anyway, that was my funny joke for the video. Okay, so I'm a sweaty person. I can't help it. So in the world of leather shoes and most leather, but leather shoes, which is really what I'm really engrossed in, patina can refer to a lot of different things. Patina can refer to the natural age of leather over time, like on these, or it can refer to anybody making some sort of like modification using dyes or conditioners or pigmented polishes or paint to, I mean, it's really dye, to modify the look of the leather. So I wanted to show a couple of shoes in my collection that have been patinated or have been patinaed. I'm really not sure what the right word is. And I wanted to start with these. So these boots are from Sagara, Indonesia. This was my first pair from Sagara. I have a second pair on the way that I'm not going to tell anybody about because they're big boys. They're very big boys, and I'm not going to tell anybody about them except for a handful of people who I've already told. Anyway, Bagus, if you're watching this, hi Bagus. Thank you for making these. These are amazing. I love them. When I emailed Sagara, I basically said, "Hello, I want the chonkiest boots you can give me." I used the word chonk in an email, and they replied back and they're like, "What about these?" And I'm like, "Okay." And when I ordered them, the shaft of the boot I ordered in an oxblood, so just an oxblood vegetable tanned leather. It's just a really beautiful solid red. And then the vamp and the heel quarters over here I ordered in natural veg tanned leather. And natural leather is basically untreated. So when I first got these boots, they were creamy, like white. They were a little bit off-white, but it was more warm than like a traditional off-white, I guess. Anyway, the more that I've worn these, you can see that, I mean, the leather has darkened a ton. I've worn these on muddy hikes, and I have beaten the crap out of these things. And I mean, you can see, like, even the soles here, the leather is just... I baby these shoes when I get back from a hike, but when I'm on a hike, you know, I kick things, I step in puddles, I step in mud. The construction of these boots is just, it's so sturdy. So much so that when I got them, I wore them on like a 3-mile hike the day that I got them, and I was just bleeding everywhere. But anyway, this patina on the natural part of on the natural veg tan parts of the boot is almost completely natural. It's from mud. It's from like the dye from the oxblood here. You can probably see that kind of bleeding onto the natural veg tan. But the components of the boot that really haven't been treated with any sort of pigment have just aged really beautifully in like the 6 months that I've had these. I wear them almost exclusively when I go, there's a park near my apartment that's really muddy. I wear these, and I beat the crap out of them. I take them through puddles, and when I get home, I clean them. But the natural veg tan has really aged kind of beautifully over time, and I'm really excited to see how it continues to age. So this is as natural a patina as I can show people. Um, the problem with having such a big shoe collection like I do, I don't have a huge shoe collection relative to some other people, but I have like 38 pairs of, almost 40. I got a lot of welted footwear. I mean, a lot of it I don't really wear. I would never wear any of these. I've worn these to that same park a couple times, but that's neither here nor there. But I don't really wear my shoes often enough for them to really develop a lot of patina. Um, so the first pattern that I wanted to show people is what's called a museum patina. And a museum patina is generally, it's not spotty, but I believe, right, like in my experience with patina, that it shows the most kind of artificial age of a lot of the other patinas out there. And it's really just, it's not splotchy, but it's marbled a little bit, but it's not as marbled as, say, a marbled patina. And it has a lot of depth. It has a lot of natural character that I really love. So in light, you can see really kind of deep spots of darker browns and lighter browns, and it creates a really dynamic shoe. So this particular boot is from Cobbler Union, and I love them. They're a Chelsea boot. It's on the Ritz last, which I believe is their boot chiseled toe last or round square. I don't, whatever this is. But this is a museum patina. It's deep. It's very natural compared to other patinas out there, like some of the ones that I'll show you. Right. This is a pair of Allen Edmonds strands, actually, that I worked on recently. I did this within the past week or so. They were black, as you can tell, because it's a black shoe with extra steps. And one of the things that I wanted to do with this was turn it into something that wasn't entirely black, because I never wore these. If I wanted to wear a black shoe, I had these, which aren't necessarily black. They're more gunmetal, but they look black. And these are way more formal than these, which is why I wear these more often if I'm going for something that I wanted to be a little bit more dressed up and formal. And then I had a pair of black hole-cut Chelsea boots from R.M. Williams that I wore if I was going through a little bit more inclement weather. I never really reached for these compared to the other black shoes that I had, because they're more casual than the other black shoes that I have. And if I wanted to wear something that was casual, I would just wear like a brown or a blue or a gray or, any other color that I had besides these. I would never wear these with jeans. I would hardly wear these with chinos. So one of the things that I did was I stripped the black leather as much as I could. Check it out on my Instagram if you want. I made a whole post. And that sucked. I hated doing it. It was the worst. Stripping black leather sucks. I would never recommend anybody do it. Bryce from Dapper Desert Shoes, I'll link his account in the link below. Bryce is a really awesome dude, and I sent him a message. I'm like, Bryce, help me. Everything sucks. I hate this. Hi, Bryce, by the way. If you're watching, hi, Bryce. And, Bryce is like, why are you doing this? Don't do that. And, like, so many other people were like, just buy another shoe. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. So, like, 12 hours went by, and I didn't strip the shoes as much as I really wanted to. And I'm like, I give up. So I dyed them twice with a layer of green shoe dye from Saphir. And then I hit them with a really, really kind of chunky coat of a green colored pigment polish. So green pigmented colored polish. It's shoe polish. And it has waxes in it, and it helps develop this really beautiful shine. And one of the things that I really like about this patina is that in natural light that isn't too harsh, it's a black shoe. But if you go out in the sunlight, for example, it really has this cool green underglow effect. And I have no idea what to call it because I've never seen anything like it. So I'm calling it, it's the Hargus McFargus patented green underglow. And I'm never going to do it again because stripping a black shoe sucks, and you probably couldn't pay me enough to do it. All right, so these shoes are from a company called Idris, which labels from a factory out of Spain called Bespoke Factory. And Bespoke Factory, you've probably seen their 3D shoemaker. Idris was the first company that I had exposure to, and I really wanted a Jodhpur boot, but I didn't really know how I wanted to make it. So I got a green Jodhpur boot with a really deep black burnishing along the toe, along the heel, and along the shaft. So I mean, there really isn't a whole lot to talk about this boot. This is kind of as simple as you get with a patina. It's kind of a solid color with a little bit of dynamic burnishing along the toe and the heel. The strap for the Jodhpur boot strap is black just to kind of match the burnishing and the soles. These are great shoes to wear with darker colored jeans, like black jeans or navy. I really like them. They're super comfortable. I think Idris, out of all of the other companies that label with Bespoke Factory, is probably one of the easier ones because they restrict a lot of your options. There are some companies that are kind of lazy about how they go about doing their Bespoke Factory labeling, and they're just like, well, here's the whole tool. And it's overwhelming and it sucks. Idris is one of the cheaper options, and I think it's cheaper because they restrict some of your like availabilities in the customizer. But cool shoes, cool customizer, super comfy. For 320 something bucks, I think I got them for. They're solid shoe. I like them a lot. Now, Kostas, if you're watching this, hi Kostas. Sorry, I'm sweating. I'm a very sweaty person. My God, I'm so sweaty. These are a made-to-order shoe from Carlos Santos, ordered through Kostas' shoe store. Kostas, hi Kostas. The Noble Shoe. And this is a really interesting patina because when I was talking to Kostas, I'm like, I don't really want a black shoe. I don't really want a brown shoe because I have so many brown shoes. And I found this patina that Carlos Santos does that is kind of like gunmetal. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's not noir. It's like, oh my God, I wrote it down and that's over there, so I can't go get it. I'm so sorry. I'll put it in the description. But it's like a gunmetal-y, grayish, blackish, silverish shoe. And, you know, if I were to wear this to any sort of very formal event, I just wear it like a black shoe. But I don't feel uncomfortable wearing these with more casual outfits sometimes. Like I've worn this with like a blue sport coat, like a darker blue sport coat with a black check, and it looked awesome because it's black, but it has this really dynamic look, and it really elevates the look of some outfits. Carlos Santos is a phenomenal brand. They make some really incredible shoes. Kostas is a fantastic person. If you're looking for your first pair of quality footwear, reach out to me or reach out to Kostas. My DMs are always open on Instagram and Twitter. So, you know, shoot me a message. And if you have questions, I'd be happy to introduce you to Kostas. Now, these are one of my favorite patina shoes of all time. These are from J. Fitzpatrick. Justin, if you're watching this, hi, Justin. Mr. Greg Park, if you're watching this, hi, Greg. These are the Alki Chelsea boots, Alki Chelsea boot from J. Fitzpatrick. It is a hole cut Chelsea boot in this like burgundy red marbled patina. And it is deep, it is rich, it is really dynamic and really beautiful. And this is one of my favorite patinas in my collection, just because there's nothing like it, right? There's no patina that I've found like a marble patina. There really isn't a whole lot to talk about this shoe. It's beautiful. It's super comfortable. J. Fitzpatrick is a fantastic brand. I would recommend a lot of their shoes for basically anybody who wants to up their style game. I mean, yeah, that's it. That's kind of the chat about patina. I said my silly joke about sweating in a white shirt, and now I'm drenched. But this is a one take, and I will power through it. So, oh my God. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this was somewhat informative. To recap, just because I feel like I haven't wasted enough time babbling, Natural Veg Tan, Museum, Green Underglow, it's a Hargus McFargus specialty. This is just like an olive green patina. This is like that gunmetal gray, and then this is the burgundy marble patina. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry I'm so sweaty, oh my God. And thanks for watching. I hope this was educational and informative, and have a great Sunday. Or whatever day you're watching this, I upload these on Sundays. Thank you.